started as curiosity about one clip turned into a 5-day road trip through the Canadian Rockies, and a journey full of moments we definitely didn't plan for. Four years ago, my wife saw a photo by Elizabeth Gadd that inspired her to start the self-portrait journey, though back then she had no idea where it was taken. Fast forward to this summer, I'm watching one of Elizabeth's videos when a clip stops me cold. Where is this place? I show it to my wife. After a bit of searching, we finally found it. Abraham Lake. Fall is the perfect time to visit. And just like that, the plan is set around the stud holiday. We hit the road after work, reaching Golden by midnight. With 5 days ahead, we focused on 4 areas to make the most of the journey. But this isn't the kind of trip you can just improvise. Between bus reservations, park permits, and weather windows, there's a whole system to navigate. Lake O'Hara is one of the hardest places to access in the Rockies. Only 3,000 day-use bus seats are available each summer, and they're gone fast. If you manage to book a campsite by the lake, you get a shuttle spot automatically. If not, you hike. With no reservation, we walk the 11K fire road to get there. The first half opens up to mountain views, but the second half is all trees. 3 hours later, the lake appears, and it's clear why Parks Canada protects this place so fiercely. Le Relais Shelter is a welcome site. Famous carrot cake, hot drinks, cash only. From the lake, we hiked the Opabin Prospect via the West Trail, 5.9k out and back, then continued up to the Opabin Plateau. Surrounded by towering peaks, shifting shades of blue and golden larches, this hike turned into one of the most unforgettable moments of the trip. The forecast called for bad weather, so we postponed Lake Louise and spent the day exploring along the Icefields Parkway instead. Our first stop was Bow Lake. Next, Peyto Lake. It's the kind of view that feels almost unfair. A 5-minute walk from the parking lot and you're staring at a bright turquoise lake. But the real surprise was Mistaya Canyon. Not everyone stops here. You can walk right up to the edge, wander across sculpted limestone, and feel the power of the water carried through the rock. And if you want a moment of quiet, just follow the river upstream. They call this the most beautiful drive in the world, and after today, I'm inclined to believe it. By afternoon, the forecast caught up with us. We hiked Parker Ridge, hoping for glacier view, but clouds rolled in fast, leaving almost nothing to see. Even so, I couldn't leave without getting closer to the Columbia Icefield. Rain, wind, cold, none of it mattered. Tomorrow, We're hoping the skies will be with us to see Lake Louise for the first time. By 7:30 a.m., the main parking lot was full. We ended up at the Fairmont lot, about a 15-minute walk from the lake. I'm not used to hiking in places this crowded, but it's easy to see why Lake Louise draws so many visitors. This turquoise water feels unreal. I could have stayed here all day, just staring at the lake. But we had plans, a long hike ahead and a drive to Abraham Lake for sunset. We took the big Beehive Trail, a 10K out and back that passes Mirror Lake and the Lake Agnes Tea House. You can even ride horses along this section if hiking isn't your thing. I didn't stop at the tea house. Patience isn't my forte when there's a line. We went farther instead to find a quieter spot beyond the crowds. The trail thins out after the tea house, and the silence returns. My wife decided to rest before the final steep climb, so I ran up to the top and back, just enough to catch the view without making her wait too long. Leaving Lake Louise wasn't easy, but it was time to move on to the place that started this whole trip, Abraham Lake. And then the most unexpected thing happened. As we pulled into the parking area, there she was, Elizabeth Gadd, setting up for a shoot. My wife was thrilled. Meeting her source of inspiration felt surreal. While she and Elizabeth entered the freezing water, I hung back with my new friend, watching them create some magic. We wished we had more time to explore Abraham Lake, but the road was calling us. Since Moraine Lake is no longer accessible by personal car, we had to book a commercial shuttle, 5 times the price, but the only option left. Our time slot from 10 to 1 wasn't enough for a full hike, but just being there felt worth it. The sky was overcast, muting the turquoise glow Moraine is known for. Still, standing at the base of the rock pile, it's impossible not to feel in awe before such a beauty. My wife took some photos while I was lost in the scenery. From there, we crossed back into Yoho National Park to see one of Canada's tallest waterfalls, Takakkaw Falls. Watching water plunge 250 meters down the cliff was hypnotic. ended the day at Emerald Lake, another jewel of the Rockies. We were too tired to enjoy it as it deserved, but grateful to close the day with such a place. The next morning, we made one last stop before the long drive home, Wapta Falls. For once, there were barely any people around, just the sound of rushing water. The short 2 kilometers trail leads to a fence, then down to the base of the falls. Stand on the mound and you'll be drenched in mist. And that's how our 5-day journey through the Rockies came to an end. Nostalgia set in even before we left. The scale, the colors, the peaks, the lakes, everything here feels larger than life. We came chasing someone else's photograph. We left with our story.